Hey, Tom here at Our Pastime. This video is an accumulation of various videos I've posted showcasing the attachments that I use with my 1953 Cub. It's in a chronological order of the attachments during the growing season that I use. This first one is the 23A Double Gang Hero. I acquired that this year and it works really great. It was in working condition. As you can see here, it works very well. After the garden is prepared, I use the 53A fertilizer unit and dig a furrow with a disc and fill it full of fertilizer from the fertilizer unit. I also am able to dig other furrows for other crops that I plant too. This particular row is for potatoes, and it works very nicely. These rows for my potatoes are about 75 feet long, and it takes about a minute to dig a row. After I get the row ready, this is about the only thing that the Cub can't do, but it's a very relaxing part of the process. It takes about 5 minutes to lay in a row of potatoes with my son. He usually helps me out, Ricky, and it's sort of relaxing to do it this way, knowing that the rest of the work is done with the Cub from the seat of the tractor. Here I just use the same setup as before and use the disc to fill in the furrow with some dirt with the potatoes already in, and the fertilizer on the other side of that row of potatoes. So now I have my 172 runner or 174 runner set up. This was not in working condition. It had to be restored. I spent a winter restoring that and to get it ready for the planting season. I can use that in combination with the fertilizer unit and put in the fertilizer and the seed at the same time. This is the very first initial row I ever did planting mechanically, planting a row of corn. Through a tough year of hardship with crows, I learned that I have to cover my rows of corn with row cover. This is the lightest row cover, Agribon row cover. And the Cub helps to cover over the edge of the row cover pretty quickly. Once the corn is up, this was the year before I used the row cover in this particular video. If you look off to the side, you'll see the reason why I use row cover now. There's a lot of skips. It's not really skips, it's actually the corn that the crows didn't take out of the garden, the corn that they left. As you can see in that video, they didn't leave me too much. They left me probably about 30% of my corn that I planted. That was 9 rows of corn. And here I'm just side dressing it with a combination of nitrogen and regular 10-10-10. And this was the very first time I side dressed as well. I've never done it before. Once the corn has been put in, the potatoes have had a chance to grow. And this is the main reason I bought the tractor, or was looking for the tractor, was the part that I despise the most about potatoes is hilling the potatoes, but now it happens to be the most fun part of potatoing or growing potatoes. I have discs set up on the back of the tractor to hill potatoes now, and I grow about 30 rows of potatoes and can now hill all 30 rows in less than 45 minutes, so it's a lot easier than it used to be. I have another video on my channel here that shows how I used to do potatoes before I had the tractor. once the potatoes have grown and the tops have died off, I guess. I've tried this setup this year. This was a new way of setting up the rear toolbar to dig potatoes, and it worked very well, better than I had hoped. And I have another video on digging potatoes as well, where I used discs, but I had some damage doing it that way. This way I didn't get any damage to the potatoes whatsoever, and I was very pleased with how this setup worked. I'm not sure if I needed all the weight on the back, but the weight didn't hurt, and I was able to get well below the growing depth of the potatoes. These are Kennebecs. My garden was dry this year. We didn't have a lot of rain, but the potatoes still sized up well. And it was probably the most uniform sized potatoes I've grown here on this property. And of course we incorporate a little bit of magic to help sort the potatoes.
Go ahead.
And then after that all we do is bag them up. So the only other attachment I use or have so far that I've used on the tractor is the mower. And this was a mower that I restored pretty much. Took everything apart, the rock guards and the blade, and revamped the blade, put on some new teeth, new knives, and put it all back together, and now it cuts beautifully. I don't have any skips. And we mostly just mow the field to keep the brush from blowing up. Okay, that's gonna wrap it up for today. I just wanted to showcase all my attachments in one video, and we saw the Cub 23A double gang harrow, the 16-inch disc, the 174 planter runner with the 53A fertilizer unit, the Cub 22 mower, and upcoming we will see a 189 moldboard two-way plow. That will be next year most likely, since the ground's just about frozen. And upcoming videos will show me restoring a 54A leveling and grading blade with the extension. Thanks for watching today. I would appreciate any comments that you care to leave. Hit the thumbs up button if you enjoyed this or at least liked this video. Subscribe and hit the bell to get notifications each time I do post a video. Share the videos with others who you think may be interested. And check out my Instagram and Facebook pages. They are both with the same title, OPT Video, and I appreciate you watching today. And I'll post these links and you'll see them on the screen as well. Thanks for watching. Catch you later. Bye-bye.